mucho, con mucho amor.
Good to see you.
Get your ass beat.
Best dressed people in the house.
So, I have to be here.
Pablo Escobar Jr. supports Chris and David.
La vittoria.
We arrived to Union Square with March Against Monsanto, and this is what we find out. So take a look.
You can't go home.
These beautiful people are at Joe's Pub at the Public Theater, 5 blocks from here, tomorrow at 2 p.m. My name is Eric Weltman with Food and Water Watch, a national consumer organization working from our Brooklyn office.
Well, you've heard the expression, even a dog knows not to shit where it eats. Well, with Monsanto and GMO foods, we are shitting where we're eating. All right, that's exactly what we're doing, which puts us just below dogs.
Here in New York, we're helping lead the fight to ban fracking and to prevent the dangerous misuse of antibiotics by the meat industry. And we're part of the vast and growing movement opposing the TPP, that nefarious trade agreement. We've had some amazing victories thus far in this effort within the growing corporate consolidation control of our food system, dictating what we eat and how it's produced. The movement we're building to support it is an important step towards dismantling Monsanto's power over our food system. Thank you.
One of Monsanto's sinister gifts to the world is Agent Orange. A toxic herbicide sprayed by the U.S. military during the Vietnam War to defoliate jungle areas and expose enemy forces. Millions of gallons of the poison were dumped on U.S. troops as well as the Vietnam countryside, leaving a legacy of birth defects and severe health issues that continue today through the offspring of those exposed. And we'll hear more about that. Although cancers, birth deformities, and other long lingering ailments have plagued thousands of Americans and Vietnamese for 5 decades, the U.S. government challenges any detrimental health effects associated with Agent Orange. While there are those dying from a war they weren't even alive to serve in, Monsanto doesn't even acknowledge accountability.
Well, I mean, I'm someone who only last year learned about Monsanto is and how many ways it affects my life and the lives of my loved ones, and it changed my life to learn last year all the horrors of it. So I'm just here as a concerned citizen trying to educate others and learn more so I can more effectively advocate for farmers.
Coagulación genética de la cadena alimenticia. Hemos cambiado de una comida enteramente natural a una comida que es parte del experimento científico. El 80% de la comida procesada en los Estados Unidos contiene al menos un ingrediente genéticamente modificado. Y sin embargo, la mayoría de las personas no lo saben. What I'm saying now that about 80% of the food right now contains at least one GMO, and most of the people.
I got a question for you. What is GMO?
GMO is genetically modified organisms. Basically, what's happening, what we're out here talking about today, is there are, in the last 20 years, these organisms have been introduced into our food supply. Essentially, we're trying to develop better pesticides, but in that process, they have been actually modifying the DNA of many of our foods. Right now, it's approximately 85 to 90% of the corn, soybeans, and canola. So any packaged food that you buy. And people in the United States do not know about this.
What is GMO?
GMO is genetically modified organism.
What is that?
The GMO is a gene splice into our food supply that makes our vegetables immune to toxins and pesticides that kill all other weeds and organisms.
So it's something that you produce in a lab, like you copycat a bean?
Correct. Beans, corn, 90% of our soybeans and 80% of our corn production in this country is GMO. That means it's Roundup ready. It means that your vegetables are laced with glyphosate, which is a deadly chemical that stays in the body and alters your body's working systems.
For how long GMO has been in our food chain?
For the last 20 years approximately. Everything that's Roundup ready, everything that the farmers have been planting where they could use Roundup has been in our food supply. And it's getting more and more prevalent across the world.
It's dragged to the top, and as many have said, Monsanto doesn't want to feed the world, they want to control the world food supply. There's a big difference between those two. But most of you are here because you have gotten your information outside of the mainstream media, right? The mainstream media talks about Monsanto about as much as they talk about Santa Claus's criminal record. All right? It's not even mentioned. It's not allowed to be mentioned. Our media is a pile of crap. It's like a pointillism painting. When you're up close, you don't see it, and then you back up, and you're like, oh, it's a pile of shit. I see it. I see it now. It is. They're not telling us what's going on. They're not telling us about this, but that's why independent media is so incredibly important, and that's why you should all keep supporting it in every way you can so that we learn about these issues. We're in the middle of a drop-down, dragged-out, bloody fucking war, and a lot of this country are too dumb, medicated, or blissfully uneducated to even realize it. We've anesthetized ourselves with shiny shit and zombified ourselves with televised social rejects. And just like a fishbowl, if you give us a little bit of food and a little plastic treasure chest or a chest of plastic treasures,
The cows are being fed with genetically modified
proprietary and
so when people eat meat, they're not eating only meat, they're eating Roundup, they're eating
if we rewarded individuals for their deeds in a positive way, you would have none of the major corporations alive today. Then all we did. You would have nothing but
That's, you know, all I'm asking, I would be happy with just extreme testing and labeling of GMOs. But no, they want to tell us that they're so wonderful, they're so good, that they don't need to test them, they don't need to label them. It's like, if it was so wonderful, then why wouldn't you be happy to label them? They should be like, look at how cool our food is! But no, there's a reason. It's because they haven't been tested, they haven't been, labeled, they haven't been put through the strict scientific guidelines to find out what they do to our bodies, what they do to the environment as a whole. And so I think that's why a lot of people are here. But Monsanto, like so many massive corporations, own our government. You know, they pay Congress people an amazing amount of money in order to get them into office, in order to pass things, you know, and you end up with people like Obama putting Michael Taylor in as at the top of the Food and Drug Administration. Michael Taylor is a former Monsanto lawyer, and he's now at the head of the Food and Drug Administration. That's, you know, that's like putting George Zimmerman ahead of the NAACP.
You know, it's a concern. So we're out here trying to raise awareness, trying to get people to understand that we want labels. Several states in the United States have labeled this. Right now we've got Maine and Connecticut, but their laws won't go into effect for getting labels on our food until several other states come in. And Vermont just passed a law recently which should go into effect, but it's probably going to be challenged in the courts.
So the important is to label it or to get rid of GMO?
You know, right now, and I do not speak obviously for everyone here, but I think really the important thing is to get it labeled. If we don't have research about this, we need more scientific research. We want long-term studies to see whether this is a helpful technology or a harmful technology. And getting labels is really the first step. You know, if nobody knows about it, then the research is not going to be done. We have very limited funding in this country nationally for healthcare research. And so to get some of those dollars directed towards looking at what are the potential health effects, we really need everybody to know about it.
The delusion in our country is that we live in the land of the free. So people believe, oh, I have freedom of speech, I have freedom of expression, we have freedom of the press, so we can say or do whatever we want. So this way, and we actually believe that there's a liberal press and a conservative press, and we argue over this minutiae between the two of them. So the genius of this system of corporate propaganda is to believe that we're advanced, so we're less likely to question. So the work in America is harder than other countries because people are programmed here in this country for decades of corporate propaganda.
Further unsettling is the realization that Pfizer owns Monsanto. Yep. Regardless of whether or not you believe such conflicts of interest exist or influence policy, it's important to note.
We want to thank Assemblywoman Linda Rosenthal, chief sponsor of the GMO labeling legislation, for her tremendous leadership. Under any circumstances, passing a bill into law is difficult and time-consuming. But these aren't ordinary circumstances, because we're going up against some very powerful corporate interests.
It looks like the people doesn't have all the information to combat Monsanto, to fight against Monsanto. What is exactly that the people has to do to start winning the battle against Monsanto?
Yeah, becoming informed is the first goal. I mean, that is why there's so many people here, is because people are getting their information outside of our mainstream media, which will basically never mention Monsanto. You're lucky if you get an occasional, 10-second clip about genetically modified foods, and I don't know if I've ever heard the word Monsanto on mainstream media. And it's because they are corporate entities. They are abiding by the corporate rules. You be nice to the advertisers, you be nice to the corporations that are paying your bills. And so people have to get their media elsewhere, and that is step one. Once you become informed on this stuff, it opens up all the other doors.
Soyez bienvenue, welcome. New York City is having tonight a very special night because we are here at Capitale, New York City. Le Bal des Princesses is happening tonight. And check this out because we got a lot of good stuff. You keep watching on Aladino Show. Bonsoir, ça va?
Bienvenue au bal des princesses de New
merci
York.
beaucoup, c'est un grand plaisir d'être
Vous
ici
parlez
ce soir.
français?
Mais bien sûr, un petit peu, on fait comme on peut.
Les journalistes d'aujourd'hui sont absolument exceptionnels.
Now, for the people who speak English, what is happening here tonight?
Well, tonight is the first time we produce the bal des princesses in USA. So it's the beginning of a big adventure, you know. For the bal des princesses, you know, we start here in New York, and maybe normally we're gonna do the next one in Los Angeles and maybe in Frisco. So voila, this is the baby is growing, and now the baby is traveling.
Why you decide New York?
Why New York? Because, you know, it's our favorite place. You know, New York, for Paris people, you know, New York is our favorite place, you know. New York is still, that's a city who makes us dreaming, you know.
Great. Okay, thank you very much. We are here with the founder, creator, the mastermind behind everything that is going on here tonight. Combien de personnes sont arrivées aujourd'hui ce soir?
On a déjà plus de 450 personnes, donc c'est pas encore énormément, mais on y travaille. On est très fiers. Au mois de juin, amener 450 personnes déguisées parce qu'il fait chaud, il faut dire, c'était un vrai succès. Les gens ont beaucoup joué le jeu, on a même un Dracula qui vient d'arriver. C'est vraiment incroyable.
C'est le premier, mais pas le dernier.
Oh, c'est pas le dernier, croyez-moi. C'est pas le dernier. Et l'année prochaine, on verra, on va changer de costume comme toujours.
Merci.
Un grand plaisir de vous avoir en tout cas. Merci à vous.
And it's very good when people put effort into their costumes and we all celebrate together. Very French, very passionately, and very gothic.
Oh my God, the real Dracula here in the house tonight in New York City. And you keep watching on Aladino Show.
All night, what the fuck? When I came to Spain and I saw people partying, I thought to myself, what the fuck, all day, all night, all day, all night, viva la fiesta, viva la noche, viva los DJs. I couldn't believe what I was living, so I called my friend Johnny. Johnny, la gente está muy loca, what the fuck?
Uncle Leo. Uncle Leo. The guys are downstairs.
Cool. Tell those fucking Polish guys that I'm not around. You don't pick up the phone. What's the matter with you? Listen to me. You go there and tell them that my phone is not working, okay? I got no service. Are you okay? You feeling good? How many times do I have to tell you? Don't fuck with me, alright? I don't want any trouble, okay? You go and tell them. Those pussycats. I don't give a damn. I got no money. Listen, between you and me, Uncle Leo, these guys are dangerous. Don't give me that bullshit that these people is dangerous, alright? I don't want you in trouble, Uncle Leo, but I don't want to be in trouble either. I spend the money. That's it. Money's gone. Hey, Uncle Leo, you're breaking my balls. Come on, give me a break. Would you? What do you want me to do? The money? I got no money. So go tell those punks and stop being a pussy around delivering messages, okay? I got a fucking peanut on my throat. Listen, Uncle Leo, I cannot talk to those guys. Be a man, man up. Go tell those punks. Pick up the phone, talk to those guys, and I go downstairs and everything's cool. Anyway, you know what? Tell them that I'm not here and you haven't seen me. How that looks like. Are you kidding me? Come on, Uncle Leo. What the fuck are you doing here? Get the hell out of here. Come on, don't play around. I wasn't the one who picked up the money. I don't give a damn shit if they're dangerous. Get the hell out of here. Get me alone. Let me alone. Let me watch my TV. Come on, where is my remote control? All right, Uncle Leo. I'll talk to them. All right? I got you, Uncle Leo. Got your back. Kurva. Idiots. Hello. Sopranos. Dobry wieczór. Ja się masz, co nowego? Nie mi problemu, nie mi. Kurwa, fucking Polish around, yes. What's wrong with you guys? I gave you the fucking money 20 days ago. What is my money? Now I'm the fucking guy who has the problem. I'm a stupid nephew. It's driving me crazy. Don't give me more shit, okay? Listen to me. Listen very, very clear. I give you 24 hours. If you don't bring me my money in 24 hours, I'm gonna hunt you down, motherfuckers.
Watch Aladino Show.
Con mucho amor.
Good to see you.
You get your ass beat. Best dressed people in the house.